We're excited to demonstrate to you the different functionalities we've built for the system that we will be deploying next week. I am going to start by presenting with the PowerPoint presentation, and then I'm going to move on straight to the application so that you can see the different systems and functionalities. I do just want to point out in the beginning that because this is our test system, there may be, if there are any issues we encounter, then I will move back to the PowerPoint presentation. So with that being said, let me go straight to the PowerPoint. Just give me a moment and open that up. All right. Okay. So the topics we'll be covering today is an overview of the application, roles and access. We'll be going through the navigation to the expungement portal. Also, once you're in the system, the different screen process flow that you will have. So as you go into the application, you can return the petition to the petitioner, or you can also provide a response. Other features of the expungement portal are the work basket that we have. We'll show you how you can search through the work basket, how you can refresh the data in the system, as well as export the information, sort through the data, and also go through the different pages in case there's a lot of data. We'll show you how to expand and collapse. We'll also go through uploading documents and also viewing the expungement case jacket. So as an overview, the expungement portal provides an automated mechanism for drug court expungement proposed order to be filed, reviewed, and processed by the various user roles. So the petitioner chooses cases to be expunged and submits a proposed order that is reviewed by the prosecutor. Then the county prosecutor provides a response to the proposed order and uploads the response letter, or they can also return the proposed order to the petitioner if it needs any corrections. Then once the prosecutor has submitted the response, court staff can schedule an expungement hearing manually. It will be outside the system. We currently do not have a mechanism in the system for them to schedule, but we will be building that out in the near future. They can also review and review the complete list of cases and choose to also return the proposed order to the petitioner. Court staff can save the final order for the judge to review, or they can submit the expungement decision on behalf of the judge to deny or grant the final order for expungement. And then we also have a judge role who can also review the complete list of cases within the proposed order, and judge may also choose to return the proposed order with any comments or submit the expungement decision to deny or grant the final order. With that, I'm going to jump over to the system. So just give me a moment while I transition over. Sorry. Okay. So once you log in using your attorney ID and password, you will be coming to this portal page. On this portal page, there will be several tiles, and you will see a tile for expungements. So you can click the expungements tile. And then you will be presented with whatever firms that you may be associated with. So you could pick the appropriate firm and then continue. So I'm currently logged in as an Atlantic County prosecutor. So I'm going to select this option here, Atlantic County prosecutors. I will certify that all the information is true and accurate, and then confirm. Once you confirm, you will be inside the expungement homepage. Here you will be presented with different tiles. So the in-progress expungements will provide you all the different cases that have been submitted by the public defender for that are in various statuses. Either they could be pending prosecutor review, they could be pending petitioner to review if they got returned, if the cases got returned. So this is the area where you will be seeing that information, and I'll be going to that in just a moment. Another tile that you will be seeing in the future is the expungement notifications. The notification workbasket is intended to notify parties of the expungement orders that were granted, so that they can be processed and deleted, so that the cases can be deleted. Okay. The notifications will not be generated when the proposed order is submitted for drug court expungements, but notifications will be generated when a petition is submitted for other types of expungements, such as marijuana, regular, clean slate, which we will be building out in the future. So just our first release is for drug court, but we will be building out, over the course of the next months, the different other types of expungements. So with that being said, let's click into the in-progress expungements tile. Okay, so now you will see all the different cases that have been submitted by the Public Defender's Office and that are in various statuses. So let me take you through this section first before we go into how you can process a case. So first and foremost, let me go through the different columns here so you can understand it better. So the first column here is the expungement number. So once the Public Defender's Office has submitted a proposed order, the system will automatically generate an expungement number for that case, and it'll be a unique number for that case, okay? And it'll be generated by the system, and it will be unique. If the expungement petition was filed in, let's say for this, it was the Atlantic County Public Defender that submitted it, so the petition number will the expungement number will automatically have ATL in the case number, okay? The next column is defendant. This will show the defendant name for who the petition has been filed for. The next column is SBI number, and that is the state police unique identifier for the defendant. The filing date column will display the date that the proposed order was filed. The expungement type, so this will display drug court. The status. So the status is how you'll know where this case is at currently. So when a central office public defender submits a petition, it will be in draft petition status. At that point, the county public defender can either open that case and process it through, or the county public defender can create a new petition, initiate a new petition for the defendant. So the different statuses you'll see here are a draft petition, new, and then once the county public defender has submitted the proposed order, you will see a status of pending prosecutor review. Okay, let me actually just go to that so I can show you. So you could see that I sorted by the status column here to see anything that's pending prosecutor review. Once prosecutor has submitted a response, it'll go to awaiting judicial decision, and that's where the court staff or judge can go into the case and review the list of cases and provide a judicial decision. If you choose to return it back to the petitioner, it'll be pending petitioner review. So we have various statuses here to show, where the case is at. Of course, when the court staff and judge, when they submit a final decision, you'll see whether it's order denied or whether it's order granted. And once it's been granted, then it can also then finally be completed and then be in an expunged status, okay? The locked by column will show if there's anyone in your office who currently has a case open, you will see their name displayed in the locked by column. And when their name is there, you will not be able to open that case because it is being worked on by somebody else. So locked by will just show the name of the person who has a particular case open. Okay. The next thing I want to go through is the search by functionality. So as you can see, we have lots of records. We have 58 records in the current work basket. So in order to filter through, you can perform a search. So up top here, we have this add change link. You can click the add change link and it'll open up a search parameters window. It'll default to an expungement type of drug court. And then you have to select add search criteria to choose other criteria that you would like to search by. Currently, we have the ability to search by the defendant name and SBI number. In the future, we will be building out other fields as well so that to help you narrow down the search. So let's say we want to search by somebody. So let's say I want to search by the defendant name. So the first name is optional. So let's just say I want to type in HE. And also just to let you know, these search fields are not case sensitive, so you can enter it in any case. The only thing is that the last name is required, and you do have to enter at least 2 characters in the last name field to perform the search. So let's say I want to search by this name, okay? If I want to search by the SBI number, I do have to enter an exact number here in order for the search to be successful, okay? So just for now, I don't want to search by SBI numbers. So I can click this X to the left and it would remove that field, okay? At any point in time, if you decide you don't want to search by something, you can click this close button and that'll just take you back to the work basket. Let's just click that again, the add search. Let's click our search criteria again. Search by defendant name. Okay, and if you need to clear this search for any purpose, you can click this reset button and that would clear anything that you have previously entered in this search window. And then you can start over. Okay, so close will close it, reset will clear it. So now let's actually perform a search. So when we click the search button, it'll take us back to the work basket. It'll tell you how many results are found. And you will see the records displayed here. Again, this is our test system. That's why we have like the same person listed here multiple times. But, you know, it's just to demonstrate to you how you can search by someone to narrow down your work basket options. Okay, and if you want to go and clear this, you can just click this X at the top and it'll take you back to your default work basket. Okay.
Hi, Carl, just to quickly address the question someone asked.
Sure.
There was a question asking, will the state police upload their responses? That will be a future function. So right now, state police, you know, they'll do the responses outside of the system as they do now, and you'd have to notify them outside of the system, of course, and we'll talk about more about how notifications, how the other agencies will get notification. We'll go into more detail on that. But as of right now, that's a future functionality. Hopefully by the top of next year sometime, we'll implement that functionality for state police to upload their opinion letters. Hope that answers the question. If anyone has anything else or a follow-up, I'd be happy to expand.
Thank you, Sarah.
All right, thanks.
Okay, so now that we went over the different columns in the work basket, the search functionality, I want to move down to this refresh. So what this refresh icon does is that it'll refresh the page with the latest information. When you click this, it will update the petition status. So let's say you just submitted a response. When you click the refresh, it'll update that status from pending prosecutor review to awaiting judicial decision. Okay, so it'll refresh the petition status if an action was taken on a case. It'll display any new petitions that were submitted, let's say by the public defender's office while you were working within here on maybe a different case. And it'll also remove any petitions that were withdrawn. Okay. The next thing here is to the right of the refresh are these three dots. When I click it, it shows export. This provides you the ability to export all this workbasket data, these 56 records, to an Excel file. So I just click that export, and I'm just going to say open. And all the information that was in your workbasket will be exported to an Excel file. Okay, this is just a convenient way for you to review all the cases in one place, so you can filter it and look at it anyhow you'd like. So I'm just going to close this Excel file. Okay. When you first come to this workbasket, all the cases will initially be defaulted by the earliest filing date. So when you first, we've already sorted this, but when I first came in, the earliest filing date, the case that has the earliest filing date will be at the top. However, you can click these two triangles, and we do have the ability to sort by the filing date column and the status column in order to sort the data in ascending or descending order. So if I click this, so you could see this has the earliest filing date case of March 24th on top. And if I click it again, it'll show me my most recent one. Okay. If I want to sort by the status, I could click the status column, and you can see again, it's in ascending or descending order. So these are just anything that's awaiting judicial decision. And as you shift through, you can see that you'll see the different statuses that are available. Okay. It's a good way for you to filter through your work too. So if you want to see ending that's pending prosecutor review, you can see that they're all kind of grouped together. You can also expand this triangle to the left of the case to see further information about the expungement case. You can see the defendant's date of birth, the filing county. So this expungement petition was filed in Atlantic County. The hearing date is something that we will be building out in the future when we provide this. So once we do have that, we will this value will be displayed. But because it shows 2 dashes, that means that we don't currently have this information available. Okay, whenever you see 2 dashes, and the same thing with the state police opinion, we don't currently have that functionality built into the system, at least in our initial release. So for now, you'll see 2 dashes there. You'll see the drug court graduation date that was submitted, the drug court sentence date, and if there was a prosecutor response, you will see that response here as well, whether there's an objection or no objection. So again, just clicking this triangle to the left of the case allows you to just view a little bit further information about the case. So the next thing I'm going to do is show you. So I wanted to also just go over the pagination. So the system currently displays 10 records per page. So if there's more than 10 records, you will see these pagination links on the upper right. The double arrows will take you to the first page. The left arrow will take you to the previous page. The right arrow will take you to the next, and the double arrow to the end will take you to the last page. Okay, you can also and enter the page number here if you know what page the information is on. So this just allows you to sort through your work basket data if the data is sorted across multiple pages. Okay, so to the right here, we have these three dots, and I just want to demonstrate to you, excuse me, what you'll see. So let me find this case. So I'm going to click this three dots. So when you click the three dots, these are called our work basket actions. So the actions available to you are you can view the expungement case jacket. So the case jacket will show anything that has been submitted for the case. So when the central office public defender, when they submit a draft petition, you'll see an entry there. When a public defender submits the proposed order, you'll see an entry in the case jacket. When the prosecutor's office submits a response, you'll see an entry there as well. Okay, so that's what the view expungement case jacket is, and I will show you that shortly. The first thing I want to go through is upload document. So let's go to upload document. So this is how you'll be presented with a window in which you can, if there's any document, supporting document that you would like to include along with this petition, and also if you want to provide your response letter, this is how you would go about doing it. You would click those three dots, vertical dots to the right of the case, and select upload document. You can drag and drop the desired file into where this paper clip is, or you can choose the select files button and find a file in your computer. So I'm going to go ahead and choose prosecutor response letter and click open. This will just take a minute. Oh, not sure what happened. Let me try that one more time, and if it doesn't work, I will just show you in the PowerPoint what that looks like. Okay, I'm just going to try it one more time. I know this works because I tried it earlier today. Okay, so let's try one more time. Let's choose the prosecutor response letter.
Toro, while you do that, there was just another question.
Yes.
Will the response letters for the prosecutors be standard or unique? Okay, so the response letters for this initial release, they'll be unique to your office because you're just uploading them. So you're going to upload whatever you upload now. In the future, we will have the prosecutor letter being generated from our application. So for once we get to that point, it'll be a standard, across the system form, that will be generated from the system. And we've already started reaching out to Tina Kell at the AG's office to kind of to help her get a consensus of how the prosecutor response letters should look. And we've already drafted some templates, but again, this is all drafted. It's still, it's nothing's finalized yet. But again, I want to reiterate that this first release for drug court expungements, you'll just be uploading your own response letters. So however you guys do it in your own offices, that's how you'll continue to do it. And you'll just upload that PDF version to our system. And then in the future, like I said, there will be a system generated response letter.
Thank you, Sarah. Okay, so we selected the prosecutor response letter from the computer. The file date will default to today's date. You can change it if needed. I can select from various options in the document type. So you can pick whichever option is applicable to the document you are uploading. Okay, for now, I'm going to pick prosecutor response letter. But if the document you're uploading doesn't really match any of these document types, you can choose other and then provide further description here. Okay, so for now, I'm just going to say prosecutor response letter and click save. What that will do is that will upload this letter, the document to the case jacket for this case. So now that I've demonstrated the work basket functionality, we went over the different columns. We went over search, refreshing, exporting to Excel, paging through the work basket. We also demonstrated how to expand and collapse to view further information on about the defendant. So now I'm going to show you how you can actually open a case and work on it. So the open button will only be available to you if the case is pending prosecutor review. So you can see up here, this case is pending petitioner review, so only the public defender's office can actually open that. But for you to process further, you can go here and click open. Okay, so at the very top, you'll see a tab will open up with the defendant's name. And again, this is just test, so you'll see some test names there. But you'll see this defendant information section on top. It'll show you the defendant's name, the date of birth, the SBI number. The defendant has aliases across the different cases, across the different divisions, criminal, municipal, family. You will see the alias names here as well when you hover over this. So for example, let's say the defendant's name was Pat Test A. Campbell on the petition, on the case that the petition was filed for. But there are additional cases that this defendant has, and in those cases, there's a different name associated to that case. You will see those names or any other aliases when you hover over this, okay? You see the defendant's address and contact number and email if it's available. Right below that, you have quick links. Here, you have easy access to open up the case jacket. So let's click this just to show you what it looks like. So instead of returning back to the work basket, clicking those three dots and saying view expungement case jacket, if you need a quick and easy way to just look at what's in there, you can click this. And you can click on the Documents tab after you click View Expungement Case Jacket, and that'll show you the expungement case jacket for this case. I'm just going to quickly go through some of the columns here and this may be familiar to you. We have case jacket in e-courts. So if you're accustomed to e-courts, then this shouldn't be too different. We'll have the file date, and that'll be the date that this particular entry was filed, the defendant's name. The filings column will show you a paperclip if there is a document associated to the entry. I just want to actually just go back one moment. When I was reviewing the upload functionality and we uploaded the prosecutor response letter, I just wanted to make note to let you know that the only document type you can upload is a PDF document. Okay. We don't have the ability to upload Word or Excel or any other format. So it has to be a PDF format for what you upload. So anything you upload, like I had mentioned, it does come into the case jacket. And when you click this paperclip, it'll open up that, that document in PDF format. Okay. The docket text will provide a deep, brief description about the action or event that occurred. So this is telling me proposed order was submitted by the Atlantic County Public Defender's Office. Okay. The transaction ID column is just a unique identifier for this particular entry in the case jacket, and the system generates that ID. The entry date is the date that this entry was added to the case jacket, and entered by, this will actually show you the name of the person who uploaded it. Okay, so I mean, currently you're seeing this because that's how I'm logged in, but you will see, you know, whatever your username is. Whatever your name is, you'll see here in the entered by column. You also have the ability to sort when you first come into the case jacket, the earliest entry will be at the top, but you can sort by the file date or the entry date to show the most recent one on top. So let me just click that one more time. So before it was July 2nd entry was on top. Now you see that July 9th entry was on top. This was the response letter that we just uploaded. Okay. Okay, so now that I demonstrated that to you, I'm just gonna click out of this. And we'll go back to this top. So remember, from the work basket, we had opened a case. At the top, we saw the defendant information. We went over the quick links. Below that, you'll see the petition for expungement. So this will tell you the expungement type is drug court. And, you know, in the future, you'll see other types as well: marijuana, clean slate, expedited. The filing county. So this was filed in Atlantic County. Filing date. Who it was filed by, so just a public defender, and this other information, okay? If this, so when a proposed order is submitted, it can go through back and forth several times until everything is right. So let's say the public defender submitted this to you. You reviewed it, you submitted it forward, you submitted a response, you submitted it forward, and now the judge is looking at it. So the judge has some comments, so they can provide their comments and then also return it back to the petitioner. So anytime there's comments provided by prosecutor, court staff, judge, you will see those revision comments displayed here. So in this particular example, the judge had looked at it and said, please review to see if all charges are eligible. So again, if you know, you as a prosecutor submitted comment, you will see that an entry here as well. Okay. And if there is multiple entries, you can expand all or collapse all as well using these links here. Below the revision comments, we have related links. This provides you a quick access to open up the PDF document that's stored in the case jacket. So when you open the case, now you want to review the proposed order that was submitted by the public defender, you can click this proposed order link and it will open up the proposed order. So this will be the PDF document that's stored in the case jacket. And you will have the ability to see all the information for this particular defendant's petition. You'll see that the defendant's name and any aliases will also be printed on that proposed order. The aliases are also printed on the final order. Okay, and then these are all the notified parties. And then further down, you will see the different cases on the proposed order. Okay, so again, what we did is we just click that proposed order link to be able to view this information. So let me just go to the bottom just to give you an idea of what our proposed order is looking like. Okay. And let's close that. The prosecutor response letter. So if you've uploaded the response letter, you will see a link here for that. In the future, when the state police opinion letter is uploaded, you can see a link for that as well. So these are the documents that are stored in the case jacket. Okay. So now let's get to the actual screen flow. So down in the response section, you'll have a question. Do you want to return the petition to the petitioner for correction? Once you've had the opportunity to review the cases on the proposed order, and if you're satisfied that everything looks okay, all the charges, cases are eligible for drug court expungement, you can answer this question. So for now, I think everything's okay. Satisfied, so I can say no, I do not want to return the petition for correction. then says, do you have an objection to the expungement petition? You could provide your response to that. And then you also have to check this box saying that you have confirmed that you've uploaded the prosecutor response letter. So we had already uploaded the response letter, but if I did not, and I still click this and I try to submit, it will give me an error message saying you have not submitted it. Please just go ahead and do so. And if that happens, then you just go back to the work basket, click that actions and upload document. And then you can just easily upload that document and come back in. Okay, so everything seems to be okay. So I'm submitting this response letter and I'm going to click submit. It'll give me a confirmation that you're about to submit the prosecutor response letter to the court for the expungement petition of. This is a good opportunity to review the defendant, SBI, and the case number to make sure you are providing the response on the appropriate defendant, and then click confirm. If you click cancel, you'll remain on the screen, and if you click confirm, the system will give you a message that the response has been submitted successfully. Okay, you can click the close button. And if you remember, this particular entry that I have highlighted on the work basket with the ending in 117, currently it's pending prosecutor review. If I click the refresh button, it'll actually be updated to awaiting judicial decision. Let me just do a sort by awaiting judicial decision. Let me just do a sort by the status. And let's see if we can find that case here. They might be on the next page. It's this last entry here. Pat test, it ended in expungement number 117. So you could see that it's now in awaiting judicial decision status. So at this point, the court staff or judge can review the cases and, either return it or submit expungement decision to deny or grant it. Okay. Let me just quickly go into the case jacket here and show you. Let's close the Documents tab. Let's sort by entry date. And you can see that when you submit the response of no objection, that information gets entered here. And I'll just go over one more thing just to show you returning to the petitioner. So let me just find a case that we can return to the petitioner. Just give me a moment. So I have to find something that's pending prosecutor review. Okay, so let me see if I could find one. Okay, I'll pick this one, Aaron Smith, and I'm going to open it. So let's say for this one, I've already looked through the proposed order and some cases don't seem to be eligible. There seems to be some charge that doesn't seem to be right. I want to send it back to the petitioner. So in that case, I can respond to this question. Do you want to return the petition to the petitioner for correction? Can say yes. And you could provide further information about whatever it is that you need the petitioner to review. Please review the charges for, okay, and then you can submit. And these will then be displayed as revision comments for the petitioner when they review this. So any information you enter here, they can basically, the flow is that it'll be going back and forth until everything seems to be fine for the petition. All the cases are correct, eligible, and they can be moved forward for an expungement decision. Okay, so until that point, it can be returned back. And the public defender it's their responsibility to make sure that everything is fine, do the research, and then, resubmit the proposed order. And then it'll come back to your review again once they've provided their corrections. So I'm confirming that I'm returning the following petition to the petitioner for correction, Aaron Smith. And I click confirm. You'll get the successful message that has been successfully submitted for review. You can close that. And this was Aaron Smith. So this will now be, when I refresh this, currently it's pending prosecutor review. It'll go to pending petitioner review. So let's click the refresh button. And we'll have to just sort through to find everything that's pending petitioner review. And you can see down here, the last entry here, Aaron Smith, it's now pending petitioner review. So when the public defender goes in, they'll be able to review your comments and any information you provided in that text box. So that concludes actually the demonstration of the drug court expungement application we've built for you. This is a great time for any questions you may have for anything that you've seen today, or just any general questions you may have. I'd be happy to take them.
Thank you, Toro. In the chat. I'm sorry. There was 2 questions in the chat I'll just address, and anyone else can, after we address these questions, we can take more, of course. But will the PowerPoint be made available? Yes, it is made available. It's included in the original email meeting invite, so it should be on your calendar. If you go to this meeting on your calendar, the PowerPoint should be there. If it's not, or if you're having trouble accessing it, just let us know and we'll send it to you. And then the second question from Jennifer was, does the portal have restricted access to only expungement APs? So yeah, no, it does. We're not limiting it to just prosecutors who handle expungements. We're giving all prosecutors, all public defenders access to the expungement portal. But as far as support staff, similar to how you function, or similar to how eCourts functions, where you share your attorney ID and password upon your discretion to your support staff, and then that's how they'll be able to access the expungement portal as well. All right. The other question from Jacqueline, from Jacqueline Murado is, can the prosecutor edit the order, or do we have to tell the public defender they need to make the changes? So yeah, so we've gotten similar questions like this in the past, in past sessions. I know, I guess, and if I'm misspeaking, please correct me, but I guess the process now is that the prosecutor will just correct that order on behalf of the PD or what have you. Going forward with this new application, that won't be necessary any longer. So yeah, no, you will not have the ability to edit the order. You'd have to just send it back to the public defender for revision, as Toro explained in the demo, regarding returning it back to the petitioner. And so the public defender will make the changes, and then, they'll send it back. You're welcome. Are there any more questions or thoughts or comments? Okay. Okay. Well, right now I'll just announce the CLE code. To give, if anyone just needs some more time to come up with a question, or if you're thinking about something, in the meantime, like I said, I'll give out the CLE code. So the CLE code is R, B like boy, G like giraffe, 638. R, B, G, 638. Okay, so we got another question. Once the file is expunged, can it be accessed for other purposes later? So I'm not sure if I'm understanding the question. So once in our automated system, once it's been expunged, or if an order is granted for expungement, it'll stay on your work basket for 30 days. Then then it'll disappear from your work basket, but you can still search for it. But as far as the actual case being expunged in the source system, again, that's done in the source system. So that's how they would do it now. So whoever, promised gavel, or any state police records or taps or what have you, that would be deleted, or the case would be expunged and removed in the source system. But the record of the expungement filing, once it's been ordered or granted rather, that would stay on your work basket for 30 days. Then it will drop off from your work basket, but and then the court would still have the ability to retrieve that filing. If they had to retrieve it or go back to it for whatever reason after the 30 days.